Y'all ready for some trans culture to drop? Trans culture, trans culture. I just realized that, like, I just did like a monster truck rally thing for trans culture, and that requires like a whole bunch of editing to like add the music and do the reverb, and I'm lazy, so I probably won't. So you probably just saw me do trans culture. I don't know. Anyways, yes, today, The Matrix Resurrections, The Matrix 4 trailer dropped, and I am so excited for this movie. The Wachowskis, well, this one's just being directed by Lana, but the Wachowskis in general are some of my favorite directors of all time. I love all of their work. Sense8 being one of my favorite shows of all time, Cloud Atlas being, I know, an imperfect movie, but something that I really love, and then obviously the Matrix films, Speed Racer being an underrated movie, and obviously the Matrix movies just being like wonderful like action films in general, and also being a fantastic transgender metaphor that extends beyond just that metaphor to ask really philosophical questions, which is something that I really love. But I just love the Wachowskis for their philosophy, the fact that they add so much like transgender sort of themes and ideas into the mainstream in a really cool way. And by the way, if any of you are curious about that, about like the trans reading of the Matrix movies, I highly recommend Curio did a video about the Matrix sequels, which are really, really good. I actually enjoy the Matrix sequels. I know you can discount all my opinions after saying that, but I actually really like the sequels, and Curio did a great video that delved into that and sort of the trans metaphor of the Matrix that I highly recommend. So regardless, the trailer for The Matrix 4 dropped today, and I am so pumped to watch it. So I'm going to give you my reaction to the trailer, and we'll talk about it afterwards. Also, if you're curious why I'm wearing a Star Trek Lower Decks hat, I'm a hat person now. This is what we're going with. I wear hats. Actually, no, I just wanted to wear the Lower Decks hat and wanted an excuse to wear it, and so here we are. I don't wear hats enough, so I'm wearing it for this video. You're gonna deal with it. Anyways, let's watch the trailer. And also, I just realized that I have to put on my headphones for the trailer, and now because I'm a hat person, if I can get this cord out. Oh god, cord. Okay. We're just gonna we're gonna wear the headphones over the hat. This is the look we're going with. Anyways, to the trailer. Ooh. Kitty! Neil Patrick. Oh, I did not know Neil Patrick Harris is in this. Oh. Ooh, there he is. Thomas, interesting. Those glasses, though. The blue, the glasses are blue to reference the blue pill. Also, they're great glasses, but oh, that's interesting. Ooh, interesting music choice. Go ask Alice. Definitely referencing like the drugs and pill stuff. Interesting. Blue, taking the blue pillow. Oh my god, okay. Fascinating. Always watching the screens. It's a very Black Mirror, going Black Mirror. I mean, that's kind of what Matrix was. Allison, and she's wearing bright glasses. Oh my god, I love this. Oh, take the red pill. I love the uses of color. Blue hair and. I don't trust her. She's wearing blue hair. Ooh. So does he have his memory erased, or what's going on? Interesting. And they're red and they're blue. The use of color in this is fascinating. I'm curious to see the context of it. Because I wouldn't necessarily have coded the machines as red, but they code them in red in this trailer. Oh. Oh, they're doing portals! We're doing portals, everybody! Borg Queen stuff. Kind of. Yes. Oh, I love this. Also, the girl with the blue hair, or the person with the blue hair, I shouldn't say girl because I actually don't know, is amazing. Oh, good to see the two of them together jumping up buildings again. Ooh, just saying it. Back to the Matrix. Fascinating. I'm so pumped for this. And we're here for Christmas. All right. Well, thoughts. I mean, I'm sort of like just jumping through this as we're watching this. Like it's interesting. It's hard to like judge this movie based off the first trailer. Like this one was just kind of trippy and interesting because you're seeing Neo sort of back in it seems like he's back in the Matrix, which is interesting based off of the end of the last Matrix movie, considering they kind of blew it up and we're all in their orgy town just hanging out. So I'm really curious like how the Matrix gets restarted. Is this like another cycle? Because they talk about way back in the I think the second movie that there's like cycles of Matrix, and then just all this has happened before, all this happened again idea. So this is like a new Matrix that's been created. Is this a new Neo? Is this a new one? Is the cycle just keep on restarting over again, or are we in like a Matrix that's within the Matrix? Like the Zion and everything was also still in the Matrix, sort of adding that layer into it. So many questions. The trailer doesn't get into this, but I'm really curious to sort of see like why his memory got erased, why he's going by the name Thomas in here. The use of color, I think the thing that really gets me here is the interesting use of color. I mean, obviously the guy who I'm going to call Faux Morbius right now, I don't know what character he's played, but he has the role of Morbius. He has like the red pill and the blue pill that he gives to Neo there, or Thomas, I should say. I don't know if he's actually Neo. The pills there that he's giving, he's wearing like a red robe at one point, whereas the one person has the blue hair. And so I'm interested to see how they're going to code the colors in this, because coloring apparently it looks like it's going to be super important, because they're clearly like going into the red and blue pill stuff here, leaning into that. And so I'm really curious to see, like the Wachowskis are Lana, I should say, just Lana who's directing this, not both of them. They are meticulous enough directors that I can really tell that like I trust them to like their use of color, and the specificity of when they use color will probably be very, very intentional. So excited for that. And then also just some other stuff, just like scrolling through this trailer just randomly as I sort of look at this. It's cool seeing some characters back, obviously. They're clearly like leading into like more present day messaging of the Matrix. So they're showing like the screens and the fact that everyone's using iPads and iPhones and stuff, sort of like invested in that like technology and what that means for people, and like the drug addiction as well, and sort of the addiction that we have to our phones, combining with like actual like pill and drug addictions, the blue pills, which will be interesting. So I'm curious to see how that's going to cross over in a fascinating way. Honestly, this is just really, really I'm just so curious to see what metaphors and ways they're going to draw parallels between those sort of things and addiction and things like that. And also the Alice in Wonderland metaphor. I mean, clearly we see the book in there at one point, and the Go Ask Alice is the song that's playing. So obviously see how far down the rabbit hole goes back to the original Matrix movie. And so that's sort of like seeing how they're going to evoke that metaphor. I am so pumped for this movie because it's really hard. Like this is a trailer that like I'm doing a reaction to it, but honestly, it feels like I need to do a philosophy course on the trailer, because I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that I missed, and I'm so excited for the movie because I know that that's going to be what it is. It's going to be like have all this interesting philosophy in it. That's what I love the Wachowski, or I keep wanting to say both of them, but I know this is just Lana. I'm just so used to saying the Wachowski sisters instead of just Lana. I'm very, very pumped to see where this movie goes. This trailer has me excited for this movie and sort of like the implications of it and just the filmmaking talent that's going to be on display. So we're getting some trans culture up in here, folks. It should be exciting. So that's my thoughts on this trailer. Excited, trusting that this is going to be a really thoughtful film that really has depth and weight to it and uses filmmaking to its fullest, and also made by a transgender director, which is just absolutely amazing. We need to see more of that, but the Lana is one of the first like mainstream trans directors, and I am so excited to see her get this chance. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see all of you later, and I hope you always, as always, live long and stay sexy.